A while back I came across a forum thread about massively multiplayer online RPGs on a popular gaming site where someone asked the following question. Why does it take more XP to go from level 11 to level 12 than it does to go from level 1 to level 2? Where the hell does that even come from? I'm playing an MMORPG right now, and that idea is really ticking me off. I guess maybe it's modeling the idea that it's harder to learn stuff when you know more? Now, I think I can answer this question. From the way I look at it, there are various good reasons for doing this, and none of them have anything to do with modeling something in reality. The reason for the discrepancy in the time it takes to level up later on in the game is because early on, leveling should come quick to hook the player into the game. The player will say to themselves, "Oh boy, I just got to level 5 in an hour. Look at all this golden magic swirly stuff around my character and new skills I can learn. More buttons to press. My character looks awesome when he fights. He's getting new items to use. This is fun." In a massively multiplayer online RPG, if a player takes hours to hit a couple levels, they will get bored and leave the game, possibly never to return. The game has to make the first couple hours of play so fun the player feels they have invested enough time into the game to keep going. Now, having said that, there are various reasons to slow the leveling down after the player has been hooked. One is to keep the player, well, playing. Let us suppose a game has a level limit of 99. If the game is designed to let you go up 5 levels in an hour, you would reach level 99 in about 20 hours. If the player is casually playing 3 hours a day, that means they reach the level cap in 7 days. If they are hardcore and playing for 6 hours a day, that means they reach the level cap in 3 days. That's clearly not good for the developer, especially if the game is free to play and runs off microtransactions. The developer will quickly go out of business. After all, commercial MMORPGs are incredibly expensive games to build, support, and operate. So designers front-load the early levels so you level really fast, making the gameplay fun enough to stick around, and then slow leveling down to ensure the casual player doesn't get bored of the game in a week. That's the theory. It is true that many massively multiplayer online RPGs really screw up the treadmilling process by making the gameplay a huge grindfest with nothing to break up the monotony of using the same rotation of attacks on an enemy before moving on to the next one, but that is flawed due to the designer's execution of the model. Ideally, the player shouldn't notice the grind. This is why quest-oriented leveling has made games like World of Warcraft so successful. You don't have to grind on respawning ads for several hours to level up. You can take part in a storyline. However, even with World of Warcraft, some quests can devolve into extermination and fetch quests. The most fun quests, in my opinion, are the ones involving instances that cause the world to literally change for the player, but that is a whole nother topic on its own. Now, another reason is that many games allow you to get experience points for killing low-level enemies. This is seen in a lot of older games. If players could quickly reach the level cap by simply killing the same enemies they kill at level 1, then they have no reason to fight stronger enemies. So the experience needed to level up increases to encourage the player to go out into the world and explore other areas. I mean, how fun would Dungeons & Dragons be if your character only needed to fight kobolds to become level 20? Sure, many players do not care at all what the most efficient way of leveling up is, but there are an equal number who would only want to fight the weakest enemies they can in order to level up. To encourage all players at the table to fight enemies more equal to their own strength, the amount of experience needed to reach the next level increases. It helps keeping people on the same page, venturing further down into those dark passageways, and not be content to wander the first few floors of a dungeon. You can make the whole argument that this is a bad model for the real world, but really, RPGs are not meant to perfectly model the real world. They are meant to be games and for entertainment. Implementing mechanics just to model something in real life is not the best way to decide how to make a game fun. Game designers utilize models that are based on Pavlovian conditioning principles. There is a real science to designing games, and to be able to utilize this science effectively is why they make the games, and you pay money to play them.